Hey there, language lovers. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to talk about something that I believe is often overlooked in language learning, the cultural side of language learning. Many people think that language is just a matter of memorizing vocabulary, practicing pronunciation, and getting the grammar right. But the truth is, language is deeply connected to culture. Understanding the culture behind a language can totally change the way you learn it. In today's video, we'll explore how language learning isn't just about what you speak but about how you see the world. Let's jump in. When we learn a language, we're not just memorizing words, we're stepping into a whole new world. Language is a reflection of identity, and when we speak a new language, we get a glimpse into how others view themselves and the world around them. Think about it. Every language reflects the culture, history, and unique experiences of the people who speak it. Take, for example, the word privacy. In many Western cultures, the concept of privacy is very important, but in languages like Japanese, there isn't a direct translation for privacy in the way we understand it. The idea of personal space and boundaries is there, but it's shaped by different values. Another example comes from the Spanish word familia. Now, familia, in English simply means family, right? But in many Spanish-speaking cultures, familia includes not just your immediate relatives, but also close friends, community members, and sometimes even neighbors. This reflects the cultural importance of closeness and interdependence. So, when you're learning a language, you're also learning how a group of people defines their world, how they see family, relationships, and even their environment. Let's have some fun with idioms. Idioms are expressions that don't always make sense when translated literally, but they carry so much cultural meaning. For example, in English, we say, "It's raining cats and dogs" to mean heavy rain. But if you translate that into another language, you'll probably confuse someone. That's why idioms are such a great way to connect language with culture. In French, they say, "Il pleut des cordes," which means, "It's raining ropes." And in Spanish, they say, "Está lloviendo a cantaros," or, "It's raining pitchers." These idioms reflect different cultural perspectives on the world. But it's not just about weather expressions. Idioms can be tied to history, environment, and even a nation's sense of humor. In English, for example, we say, "to kick the bucket," meaning to die. The expression likely comes from the way animals were slaughtered in the past. Fascinating, right? Next up, let's explore how language reflects social structures. In many languages, the way you speak is heavily influenced by your relationship to the person you're speaking to. Take Japanese as an example. The language has different levels of politeness based on the social hierarchy and the relationship between people. There's formal speech called kigo that you'd use with a boss or elder, and casual speech called tamegochi that you might use with close friends. This means that when you learn a language like Japanese, you're not just learning how to talk, you're also learning about respect. This can apply to other languages, too. In Spanish, there's the formal, usted, and informal, tu. This reflects the cultural importance of understanding the social boundaries and hierarchy in relationships. Let's lighten things up a bit and talk about humor. Have you ever tried telling a joke in another language and had it fall completely flat? That's because humor is often tied to culture, and it can vary widely from country to country. Humor relies on language-specific things like wordplay, puns, and cultural references. For example, in English, we might say, "I'm on cloud 9" when we're happy, but in French, they might say, "J'ai le moral à zéro," or "I'm at zero morale." And don't even get me started on sarcasm. Sarcasm in English can be understood in some cultures, but in others, it might be completely misunderstood. It's fascinating how language plays such a huge role in cultural humor. Now, let's dive into how language opens up our understanding of a worldview. Language doesn't just describe the world, it shapes how we think about it. For example, In Inuit languages, there are over 50 words for snow. 50. Why? Because snow is such a central part of life and survival in the Arctic that each type of snow has its own word. Similarly, in Arabic, there are different words for types of hospitality and generosity. This shows how deeply the language reflects the cultural importance of kindness. So, when you learn a language, you're not just learning a set of rules, you're learning how a culture prioritizes certain values and experiences. So, how can you actively incorporate culture into your language learning journey? Here are some practical tips. Immerse yourself in media. Watch TV shows, films, and listen to music in the target language. This is a great way to pick up on cultural references and idiomatic expressions that you won't find in a textbook. Read books, literature, history, and even newspapers can help you understand the values, humor, and worldview of a language's speakers. You'll get insights into the culture that you can't find anywhere else. Engage with native speakers. Whether you join a language exchange program or interact with people online, talking with native speakers will give you a taste of the culture that you simply can't get from a classroom. Travel, if possible. If you can, visit the country where the language is spoken. Nothing beats experiencing the culture firsthand, whether it's through food, festivals, or everyday conversations. So, the next time you pick up a new language, remember, you're not just learning words, you're discovering a new way of seeing the world. Every language has its own unique perspective, and understanding the culture behind that language can make your learning experience so much richer. Don't just learn to speak, learn to think and live in that language. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your fellow language learners. I'd love to hear about your experiences with language and culture. What's the most interesting cultural difference you've encountered while learning a new language? Drop a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Would you please like and subscribe the YouTube channel?